The following is a video of the participation self-evaluations, or PSEs as they are referred to throughout the term or semester. You'll notice under assignments that there is a large number of participation self-evaluations, or PSEs. They're exactly just that, a self-evaluation of your attendance, preparation, and overall participation for each of the specific topics we'll be addressing this term or semester. There are 17 of them, so they add up 20 points each to be a significant part of your grade, nearly 50% of your overall grade. So it's important that you complete these on a timely manner. You'll notice on the schedule that they are listed. At the conclusion of a topic, you'll see a PSE. Be sure that you complete them by midnight of the day that topic concludes. If the topic covers 2 days, like this one right here, then it'll open up around class time on that day of that topic and close by midnight of that day. If the topic is just 1 day, it'll open up at the conclusion of class that day and close by midnight of that same day. So it's very important that you pay attention to these and complete these in a timely manner. Let me give you an example of what they look like. Each one of them have the exact same 5 questions. Each 5 questions are worth 4 points. Thus, 20 points is what they add up to be. Being that it's a self-evaluation, please keep in mind the honor code and that your honesty is important in completing these participation self-evaluations. You'll first indicate your attendance. If you were on time, meaning that you were there before the opening prayer, and if you were not on time, you'll indicate accordingly. The next one is to evaluate your preparation. Again, the goal is that you complete these preparation, the readings, before the conclusion of that topic. So you either completed 100% of the required preparation before the end of the topic, and if you did not, then there are options for you to indicate otherwise. The third one is to rate your participation in class. Now, participation isn't just the verbal, but it's also the nonverbal. The way I look at participation is the same as I look at distracted driving. Are you fully engaged? And do you ensure that you do not allow yourself to be distracted by doing homework or other unrelated tasks, such as browsing the internet, checking social media, and so forth? If you feel like you fully participated that day, then you would give yourself full points. If you feel like at some point or another you were distracted or allowed yourself to be distracted and did not engage, then you can give yourself partial points here. The fourth one is one that I enjoy the most. This is where you're able to indicate any questions or personal impressions that you had during your preparation or participation in that particular topic. If you heard something by me or a peer and that was insightful to you, then this is a place for you to indicate that. If you have questions or concerns, this is where you might indicate that. The same goes for those readings that you do, of any impressions or questions that might come up as you complete your readings. Lastly, being that we're focusing on the doctrines and principles, you're to identify one particular doctrine or principle that we addressed in class or was addressed in the reading and create an assessment of that doctrine. It can be a true, false, multiple choice, fill in the blank, and so on. Simply include the question, where the question or answer is located in the reading or in our class discussions, and then obviously what the answer is to that question. All 5 of these completed fully will give you 20 points. Keep in mind that if you are not in class and had to miss for some reason, you're still responsible to complete the PSE for that topic. Although you might not be able to get points for attendance or participation because you were not there, you can still get points for preparation and including an insight or question as well as creating an assessment question. So be sure that you complete these after the conclusion of each topic, regardless of whether you are in class or not. But keep in mind as well that if you miss more than 2 or 3 classes and are not able to get full points, it'll start impacting your grade and will likely reduce your grade at least by a half a grade. As we go back here then to the schedule, again a reminder of when they need to be completed at the conclusion of each topic. If you have any questions about them, please let me or a TA know. The last thing is if by chance you missed completing a PSE because of other obligations and distractions after class, you have up to 1 week to contact the TA for this class and requesting them to reopen the PSE for you. If you do it within 1 week, it will be reopened for you without penalty unless there is a clear pattern of you asking them to be reopened. Every once in a while, that's something that the TA can do for you. If it's after a week, they will not be reopened. So again, if you have any questions or concerns, please let me or a TA know. Lastly, just so you can see where these guidelines are, if you go to the syllabus under course information, you'll see the participation policy, and here are these guidelines that I just reviewed for you as to when they are due and when you need to complete them and so forth.